It's crazy.
They probably know how to get out of it.
Right there, that's Dream Theater in their limousine after the show. Oh, we're just gonna follow them. We're gonna stalk Dream Theater. That is their white. No, they're turning. By John Petrucci, Jordan Rudis, James LaBrie, and John Myung, and Mike Mangini.
If we would have followed them, they'd have gone, man, get out of here.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry. Aloha.
What's up? Hey, what's up? What's up?
Not much, man. This is awesome.
1, 2, 3. Cool.
Alright.
From Hawaii or something?
I sell palm trees in Missouri, baby. I did.
Did you say aloha before?
Yeah. Tropical Missouri. Palm trees grow in Missouri. Aloha, friends and family. It's Earthman Eric from PLottPalmTrees.com. Instead of it being, more rudimentary, it's a shock factor, and so it's just, it's been really exciting. I don't want to go too far into it. Just go check out my videos and get a little bit of Dream Theater, and I've told people that's the music you'll listen to, you'll hear most of the time. I'll use some Mozart. I love putting real rich music in what I'm doing, and I think it's a good way to put it out there. And if I'm talking about health and stuff, I would put some music that is not healthy. I feel like you can eat health food, eat organics and things like that, which I have a whole health channel. If you check out PLott's health channel, I explain how health works in the Western diet too as well. And I feel like music as well go hand in hand with what you consume, and digest, maybe physically as well as in a sound manner, and musical harmony, and all that. So we have a plethora of videos talking about all that stuff. So I feel Dream Theater is like, the top health food you can take. The moringa plant, which is the most nutritional tree on the planet, as if you watch the Perfectional Plant, the most nutritional tree in the world. This band is perfectly goes hand in hand with that plant. I know it's weird, but check out the Perfectional Plant, most nutritional tree in the world. It's the moringa, oleifera miracle tree, and It's a miracle to get to see these guys because, like I said, I'm lucky to be alive. I've been considered dead 3 times due to health. So when you wake up, you hit the rock bottom, you wake up, and then you get to see the rest of the world, or most of the world is still asleep. While you're awake doesn't mean everybody else gets awake. So I think that's the biggest thing at PLott Palm Trees. We're trying to help people, wake up, see, the truth. Because the great thing is when I make my arguments about health, New World Order, whatever it is, when you have truth to back it up, initially you're never wrong and you can't beat the truth because the truth sets you free and it's as real as it gets. You can't argue with the truth. So it becomes an excuse at that point, or a justification for living otherwise, and it's a lifestyle habit. We want to, at PLott Palm Trees, help promote healthy lifestyles and being cool, being righteous, and living right, living the right path. We're not necessarily about being the biggest business in the world, being the best business for the world. And we stand on that because we want everything to be good. It's not about being perfection or being perfect or being, God or whatever. It's just about, why would you want to live what you don't deserve? You don't deserve to be sick. You don't deserve, bad life, bad luck, living in the dumps with setbacks, down in the dumps. So you don't deserve that. I feel God's got a better thing, better plan for everybody. And I wish I could have asked these guys if they believed in God. I've heard, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I've heard this on blogs that, for instance, James, I heard you were a Christian, which is awesome. I'm a Christ follower, so I'm just put that out there. I love Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior. Of course, He's my life. So, and I feel like the Spirit Carries On song, I was lifting my fingers up, and it just felt like it was like a worship song to me. I feel like you could play that at a church, and it was like the most radical, awesome worship song. If what you're saying is on more of a spiritual realm, but I take it as a Christian, man, because you got to be going somewhere. And I feel like if you're going somewhere, there had to be a creator and a divine purpose to going that direction. So I feel like you might be on that page. But let me know if I'm wrong, if maybe you're on Jordan Lewis's page and you could email or post. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to disclose that. And I've heard John Myung was a Christian, which I'm not sure. It's awesome. And I don't care if you're a Satanist or whatever. I heard Mike Portnoy rumors that he really didn't have strong faith or spiritual faith in that aspect. Jewish maybe, and I heard Jordan Lewis is Jewish. Just trust me, I've heard all these, I remember, and I just don't know. I don't know Mike Mangini. I've never heard what your belief is. I heard John Petrucci. I heard you were Catholic, which is awesome. Most of my family's Catholic. It's along the same path, and I believe it really portrays this demeanor of cleanliness in your music. When you go to a concert, you see little kids and the mom and dad and families there. It's not like it's wholesome, and I think that's what you guys bring to the table is the most beautiful thing. Everybody can enjoy your music. You can have grandma there, grandpa. You can have I noticed a lot of younger guys who were around me, jumping up and down with me, and maybe 12, 13, 15, 17, all age ranges I saw at this concert. I'm just like, this is so cool because I saw different orientations and cultural people there. I'm like, this is awesome. I got to talk to someone who's from Nepal, near India, so it was really awesome because I plan on going to India one day. And, it's just so cool, and the diversity, and it really shows that there's like a real strong connection. I think it's a spiritual connection is why, and it's something that's alive. And a lot of deadheads, and when I say deadheads, I don't mean the Grateful Dead. I mean deadheads in the sense of people who listen to a lot of heavy metal, death metal, even rap, and more newer type music. If you look up, because I can touch on that, but literally you can watch a 3-hour video called Hell's Bells, The Dangers of Rock and Roll. And I would watch the second part. They got 2 videos. It talks about how music can affect and influence a person's demeanor, morals, and values to a spiritual realm. And I know people won't believe or take spirituality into a real account as being something that's authentic or real or scientific. You can't prove it, right? So, but people who have faith and things such as that, experience, wisdom, knowledge, they see these things and they put them together and connect them well. And I think that you guys are the number one people that kind of broke through that gate, that put the mold, breaking the mold, pushing the envelope for someone who's positive band that's rocks, it's on point, healthy, consistent, progressive, ingenuitive, growing still, got a strong fan base. Just everything is what I think any band would love to have, a trade, be in your shoes to have what you guys have. It's solid, it's platinum, it's golden, it's silver, it's everything. So, and I feel like it's something that's a godly demeanor, whether you come out about it or not. I feel like you've broken, you've gone outside that box far enough as you have. Whether all of you are not even religious, and I was completely wrong, it's whatever. You're not like over there, jumping up and down and saying, I don't even think I saw anybody doing this, which is the El Granada or whatever, the devil horns or whatever. I noticed this, which is I love you, a bit different. I like to do the little aloha sign, call me, peace signs, a lot of that. And salutes, I noticed the salutes. So I'm very analytical, obviously. I like to analyze, and it's the full experience for me because it's like a experiment for me, and it was just one of the greatest experiments because everything I thought of you guys in my head and what I creatively envisioned was all true. You guys are great people, great guys, great individuals, spiritual, awesome to be with, and that's why I try to talk to you guys as if you're a friend. To me, you guys are my friend. If you ever needed a place down in tropical Missouri, stop on by. I'd love to, kick it and have some moringa tea and talk about music or whatever, what you guys have been through. I'm just putting that out there. I know you guys are super, super busy. You guys are celebrities. My first celebrity friends, so it was really cool. And let me move along to so Jordan Rudis.
I love you, man.
Thank you guys.
Oh man, the Cinemax, man, the keyboard right here. This is awesome to see you. You guys rock tonight.
So Jordan Rudis, amazing, incredible individual. Got to shake your hand. And I play keyboard myself a bit, and some of the songs you play, I just wow. Wish I had that ability, that talent. And I've taught myself, self-taught guitar and keyboards, and you can check some of my stuff out if you're really interested. You guys have inspired me in that type of direction, and just really unique type style. It's time signature type music. So meeting you was like meeting Mozart, Beethoven, and if I was alive in Beethoven's time, I would have given anything to meet those guys. And you guys' music will definitely radiate through the time of history, for sure. And yeah, go check out Jordan Rudis. He's got solo albums as well. Amazing stuff. Before the concert, I started to engage myself in some of his other stuff and other work. Just incredible. And not much more I can say than these few miraculous words, creative, mystical, magical moments that he can create. He's like a CGI. I heard someone say, and I looked up what CGI is, which is computer-generated imagery. So the guy is like so genius. They're all genius. I'll just say that. It's one band that's just full of genius, pure genius, the entire band, and how they managed to pull that off. They did. And so yeah, he can see an image in his head, and he can just paint the image out in sound, harmony, twisting the sound, is manipulating the sound to whatever direction he feels the color is. He's got a good, keen sense of what grasp and knowledge of music. Some of the greatest musical geniuses of the time right here. And I got to meet him. So, moving on, Jordan, you rock the show. Dude, love your channel, by the way. I've watched a lot, if not all of your videos. And here you can subscribe to his channel below. Check him out. He's always on the road. Jordan Rudis, and he'll tell you some tips if you're a keyboardist or you're a piano player. Show you some neat gadgets and fun little tools he's got. So check that out. Myung to Main, my favorite. I can't really show favoritism because the whole band is about like 10 out of 10, and just I guess I'll say John just makes it 11 out of from 10.
Thanks, man. So, how you doing?
Good.
So you really sell palm trees in Missouri?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you say I like palm trees on there?
I will, absolutely.
It's my dream to bring them here because I'm the first person to bring. If you look up PLott palm trees,
Do they survive here?
Yeah, I have a whole cultivation of them that made it. PLottPalmTrees.com.
From where?
I get them from. Wait, that's when you signed. Someone signed. I get them from Texas, California, like Georgia,
so cool.
And then I cultivate them and I make them kind of like a hybridized palm tree, so they actually grow here. And I play your guys' music in my videos on YouTube. It's so crazy seeing y'all.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I hope I don't get sued for using your music. So I just would like permission if it's okay. They're just small little videos.
Right.
And they're creative and they're fun.
Cool.
And they just have little bits and pieces of music.
Hi.
Is it?
Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much.
Cool, man.
Can I shake your hand? Thank you. You guys rock.
All right.
And you can't grow wrong at PLottPalmTrees.com.
Okay. So remember that.
Being a guitarist, my dream was always to be in a band and be a guitarist. And I've been in a few bands here in Columbia. I play the guitar and keyboard. I got some songs up there. But when I heard him, I had to stop playing guitar. No, he inspired me to continue playing guitar, but stretching my skill level, because I first started playing like Led Zeppelin and AC/DC, and really more simpler type stuff that everybody could play. You're playing like bar chords, A and G, and all these 4 or 5 main chords. And then John takes it to this new level of the 11s. And I've watched Rock Discipline years back when I was younger, and I couldn't even comprehend it. But I took as much as I could and absorbed it. And if you heard me today, I'm a little bit better each time. It's definitely inspired by you, John, so I appreciate that. Never had a teacher teach me, but a few lessons here and there. But it was way back, and it was really kind of like more acoustic type sounding. Just the Wallaces, which if you're local, you can get some lessons done at the Wallaces. Look that up, or if you contact me, I can tell you more. They're a really cool family. They have a recording studio, and they will teach you how to play music. Mainly, I think guitar, maybe piano. I'm not sure. Maybe other instruments as well. So I don't know. I don't know if they have like a website or anything. But just get a hold of me, and I'll direct you to them locally from Missouri. So yeah, going back to John. To me, again, he is what makes the band up too, as well as being like one of the first members that started the band, being heavily influenced by Deep Purple, Genesis, Yes, Rush, bands like this. And I guess he started hearing later Pantera, being influenced by Metallica, people like that. And the way I look at him is him and the band together collectively are able to like just take every genre of music you've ever heard in life, and they all get messed up and dope and drugs and LSD or whatever, and created these musical styles. For instance, Jimi Hendrix being kind of the pioneer, godfather of progressive type rock. But he was so messed up. He had that direction, but he really didn't take it to where it's at. I'm not going to stop there. Same with like Pink Floyd, which they had a direction of doing something that was unique and out of the box and different sounds, and how they took you to it. You took and made music and sound universal, and took that spatial area and kind of used it to their advantage and making music that's never been made before. Again, this band's taken a lot of bands like that and not copied them at all, but taken that taste, that flavor, and put it all together in one huge recipe and made this collage of what music is today. And that's what I forgot to tell you guys, it was huge, was that you guys are like what all of the musical theory, because you gotta remember, music is science. It's something you still study and still progresses to today. It doesn't just stop at the 4 chords, the 4 C major chords. It continues and continues. It's so universal. It's planetary, and it goes into outer space. and galactic. Music is galactic. It doesn't end at the 24th fret or 32th fret of the guitar. It literally stretches into outer space. And what I mean by that is there's just so many different creative revenues and routes you can take that it's endless. So it's infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear. So yeah, and you guys really, this is what I wanted to tell you guys. You guys are what music theory and music, all that, has led us to. You are what music is manifested over the entire history of mankind, from all of the romantic era. Before that, what was it? The Fox era. I was originally in a music degree. That was what I was going for. And I dropped out and switched my palm trees earlier. I got getting into business major, so we're learning about the grandiose, Baroque era, finally. So Baroque era, Renaissance era, and all these different musical times through history. I believe it leads up all the way to the point where we're like in the dream theater era. So, and I really don't know what era, if we are in one. I guess we're in the modern era or whatever, but I really believe you guys stepped it up. There's no music on this planet quite like you guys, and so you are the continuation. This is where music has led us. It's dream theater, and I hope you guys continue, even when you guys, maybe hopefully in decades to come, choose to retire, which I hope, like I said, is a long time coming. I hope even at that time you guys continue to pursue making any solo albums or just studio type albums or orchestrated music, because I want to be able to hear more music from you guys until I die. I want to hear more stuff, so because it's awesome. And while I'm doing my projects, I want to pursue, you guys have helped me through your music progress myself and want to pursue a career in Harvard Medical School. I want to be the first guy, like I wrote in my letter, the first man to embrace and publicize the cure for cancer, diabetes. Help my dad, if you'd like, again, I'll post the video. If you watch the Perfectional Plant, the most nutritional tree on the planet, you'll see that my dad's diabetes was cured. There are cures for cancer, just about every type of cancer too. It's just some cancers are a little bit harder to get rid of than others. So I want to publicize it and really get it out there in the mainstream. Not let the big pharma just take over because they can. So you guys, I'm going to listen to music as I'm going to Harvard and taking my Prevagen, which I feel like you guys might know about Prevagen, which is a memory booster. If you guys are ever, which I don't think you are, I told someone, I don't think these guys do drugs or drink, just because you guys have so many time signatures and so many notations, compositions to remember. And I feel like that you guys could not physically, mentally, spiritually be on drugs or mind-altering chemicals. I just don't see it. I feel like maybe you guys are even health nuts. I wanted to ask you that. There's just so many questions I could ask you that I just felt like maybe I'll just make a video and ask, and hopefully maybe one day get a response or hear something. More on a personal level with Dream Theater and who the people in Dream Theater are, what they're about, and I understand, I don't feel it'll affect anything, but it'll make it, your fans draw closer. Maybe you have done that, and things or not, I don't know, but anyways, so yeah, John Petrucci, man, they call him the god of the guitar, and I think he's one of the most underrated guitarists, as well as everybody that plays the instruments or sings in this band, and I feel like they're all underrated in what you do. It would be nice if they did one day give you more of an due for the progression and where you've taken music. I think maybe it's so beyond some people's minds they can't mentally fathom it, comprehend what's actually going on. But a lot of us do, and I just want you guys to know that from someone who is appreciative of music and the work that you guys have put in. I just can't imagine how much relentless work that you guys just continue to thrive even to today. You're thriving and growing even better each day. And I just hope I send my best out to your family, your children. It's awesome. I get to live with you on a daily basis. It's got to be cool. So they're watching this. You guys have some of the coolest parents, and as well as my parents are cool if they're watching this. We need to like make any confrontation, but yeah. So Dream Theater's the band. Go check them out. And John Petrucci, the man. I wish I could play like you. And in talking to him, it was awesome because he's the one that kind of initiated at the end that I could use the music for what I'm doing, and I got it all, actually recorded and kind of, set in motion on that sense. So you will see more of my videos with more of their work, kind of in the overlay or interlay of what we're doing. I wouldn't want. I don't think I'd rather have any other band portray or represent PLottPalmTrees.com or this band. I just, I'm not saying like we're, connected or anything, just knowing that, go check them out. It's awesome. And that's Dream Theater to me. It's just the most incredible band ever lived. And I'm going to show you now what you get. You get this poster here. This is all part of the VIP packet. And I wish this t-shirt I got right here, which is really cool, says live in concert, Dream Theater. We got the big symbol, which is Queen Mary of Scots. That's the symbol they took on. And Mike Portnoy's father's actually named the band Dream Theater, which is really cool. After they had to change the name, they were Majesty at one point, and so they changed it because there's legal issues. And then you have it. There's that. You have this cool little holographic type VIP pass, which is really sweet. And I'm gonna tell you, this ticket was about $200, and it was worth every penny. If you want the full experience of a Dream Theater experience, from being up in the front row, seeing the lights. I mean, the light show is like Pink Floyd. I've never been to Pink Floyd, but I can imagine it's kind of similar. All in sync with the actual music being played, different colors, different time, everything is just so incredible. And, it was awesome, loved it. And so yeah, that you get to experience that up front, and you get to get the signed poster right here. And it's awesome because look what they said. I love palm trees, and I like palm trees. And I like that each person put a different variation. Because I think Josh Petrucci said I like palm trees because I said if you put I like palm trees, and then James said I love palm trees. And hey, the difference of the two is actually great because Dream Theater loves palm trees and likes them. You can love somebody, it doesn't mean necessarily you like them. So I'm glad that they like and love palm trees. How awesome. And then I ended with, I told John Petrucci, I ended with,
you can't go wrong at PLottPalmTrees.com.
Okay. I remember that.
You can't go wrong at PLottPalmTrees.com. And he said, I'll have to remember that. So this is really cool poster. And this is my theory. I'm alright at reading things and symbols. I'm going to put my little theory, conspiracy theory out there. A rumor, gossip, whatever. It's not even rumor yet, but it's my theory. And I mean, I could be 100% completely incorrect, but I've always seen the guy on the tricycle, right on the road, the tightrope. He starts out the show and stuff. And you can imagine that must symbolize this kind of staying balanced and not falling and being good discipline. It represents a lot about the band, So I figured if it represents a lot about the band, why would this rope, for the first time ever in Dream Theater history, why would the rope be being ripped by an airplane? See here, the airplane's being ripped. Maybe they're messing them up. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to read too into it, but it could be an airplane crash and the tightrope breaks, and maybe the tightrope would be representing the band. So my theory would be, could Dream Theater be breaking up entirely? Hope not. All I know is I'm glad I got to go to at least one concert before they did. But if they continue, as James LaBrie said, LaBrie said that he'd be back to Kansas City. So we'll see. Love to see what happens. That's just my little conspiracy theory. So you get that big poster and you get that frame. And man, it was so hot there. Oh. Alright. So it was so hot at that concert. Okay. There was a tank top there. And I said I wasn't going to spend any money than I did on this concert, but I splurged a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Now, I bought this, and I just bought the keychain, but, so, and I think it was $35, and I think that it may be female. I don't even know if it's female or male. I really didn't care at the time. It's a unisex shirt, and I look pretty good in it, don't I? You know. So, yeah, you know. I wore this. I was the only person in the tank top. Everybody wearing a t-shirt. I didn't understand it. One guy did take his shirt off at him, but it felt like it was 100 degrees at first. It started to get cooler at night, but these guys continued to rock out hardcore, non-stop, 2 hours in this heat, sweating their butt off. So, kudos to you guys. I don't know how you do it. You guys are, I guess you guys have done this long enough and you know what's up. So, these are the professionals, the experts right here. So, then I got the Street Feeder keychain. It's really cool. I'll show a picture of it. It's really cool because you can kind of like flip it. You see, you pull it like that. There you go. See? And it keeps their symbol, which is the Dream Theater symbol, which is on the head of the shirt. And it keeps it kind of in the center. It's really sweet. It says established New York, 1985. 3 years before I was born, I was born in '88, so I guess that's when Dream Theater was actually established. So it must have been 25 years they've been there. If I'm not mistaken, please let me know below if I'm wrong. So they got this cool keychain. Keychain was $10, so it's worth every penny. Then also with the VIP, you get this little thing here. What do you think this is? Picks. That's right. Guitar picks from the man, John Petrucci. And used this one up pretty bad. It's like the ink's wearing off on it already because I've been playing on it. So you get 5 of these signed. It says John Petrucci picks, which is awesome. Guy in the tricycle thing on the tightrope. White picks, and his name on it. And, so I guess this is all funded by VIP Nation. And so that's a really cool addition. You may not be able to play like John Petrucci, but you could play with the same pick. And what else did I have here? I showed you the T-shirt. Showed you that. I think that was about. See, I ended our little conversation with John Petrucci at the end of our meet and greet, with this. And I probably should have ended with one of my first slogans. If you watch my videos, I got a lot of slogans. And one of the first slogans I had was, "You can experience the best of both worlds with rich and fertile imaginations, fertile future, fertile investment. Embrace the inner fortitude of your soul. Help me, help you, make a dream come true." Now, that may sound a little bit really bombastic or real expressive, but and that's why I didn't want to come off as, like I said earlier, fanatical fan, crazed. I wanted to keep my composure and kind of get what they had and kind of reflect, and not give too much. I knew that they were getting ready for the sentence. Just a moment I'll never forget in my life. And I hope to see you guys again. And, see awesome. Enjoyed the show. And I hope other people go and check them out. Go listen to their music, and instead of ripping it, uploading the albums, man, go and buy an album. I've been guilty of uploading some stuff, but even after I upload it, I usually will go out, buy it. Like I did this ticket. I feel like anything I've heard free, now I've at least, given my due, my credit back, my, supporting this band. Whether you think, oh, they've got enough money or whatever, that's beside the point. This is art, this is music, and they deserve their hard work getting back what they deserve. So which is the money. You're practically stealing from a band when you upload things. I'm not going to be an advocate for the Piracy Act or the SOPA or whatever, any of that stuff. I don't really care about any of that. I'm just saying, be respectful, be kind. These guys are to us, so let's be kind back to them and stuff like that. So, well, aloha, I love you, it's your boy. Earthman Eric from PLottPalmTrees.com. Check out all our videos. We got the Tropical Channel 573. We've got PLott's Health Channel with a bunch of health and Midwestern diet, how you expose it. The Tropical Channel has the research. The Blaze 1145172 is the movie channel. It's Blaze's movie channel. It's all of our movies and all the educational videos about palm trees and other subtropical plants. We have a plethora of real research, live experimentation, a true tropical story, and scrupulous studies. I love you, and remember, like I told John Petrucci, you can't grow wrong at PLottPalmTrees.com. We can't bring you the ocean, but we can bring you a tree. A plot palm tree. Get you one. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Can't bring you the ocean, but I can bring you a tree.
What kind of tree?
Plot palm tree. Get you.
probably know how to get out of here.
Right there, that's Dream Theater and their limousine after the show. Oh, we're just gonna follow them. We're gonna stalk Dream Theater. That is their white. No, they're turning. By John Petrucci, Jordan Rudis, James LaBrie, and John Myung, and Mike Mangini.
If we would have followed them, they'd have gone, man, get out of here.
Yeah, you can tell that they're.
Hey, it's a country dude.
I don't know how seriously they can just pump up. That's like an exercise. I was trying to stay with them. I'm like, how can you do that every show? What an exercise. They don't.
Well, look at his muscles. But how often?
Well, he goes to work out.
I'll guarantee you the drummer is
Yeah, Mike Mangini.
He didn't want to leave. He seemed like he's the last to go.
Yeah.
He seemed like he wanted to hang out a little longer.
I hope that my camera was like positioned to where it seems. Mike Mangini.
Yeah, he's the
Well,
one that
let's
won
hear
it.
it.
What?
Let's hear your camera.
Oh, I can't. It's like 20 minutes long of me just standing in a line. I was surprised the camera was able to stay on that long. I just kept looking down and it was recording.
Oh, you didn't have it. Your conversation.
Yeah, it was recorded, like their face, right in their face. Like it was stuck, the way it was positioned in my shirt. I knew it was positioned about 5 feet. So I just had to stand about 4.
This is not bad traffic.
The only thing is, I don't know if the mic picked it up or not, because it's in my shirt. So I really hope it did. I might have to dub it. But if it doesn't have his voice, it will be kind of like illegitimate proof. It's like, you just dubbed him saying that.
Why don't you pull it up and let's hear it?
Sound like your voice.
I told